Hello everybody, Road Warrior 627 here, and welcome back to another preview for another big race. It is what most people consider the biggest race of all, the Kentucky Derby, being held this Saturday, of course, at Churchill Downs, first Saturday in May, most exciting 2 minutes in sports, blah blah blah. Yeah, all the tradition and all that great stuff, the fashion, the roses, I don't care about it at all. I care about the race. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the horses and who I think is going to win and try and help you guys out a little bit. Of course, before we start, all opinions are my own. Use your own head to bet. Take your advice from your favorite handicappers, but always end with your decision. Anyway, everybody, let's get started. And in a 20-horse field, I like to start off, especially in the Kentucky Derby, by eliminating the horses that I really don't want in this race. And I actually, over the past couple of days, have already eliminated half the field. Now, of course, it's the Derby, and crazy things have happened. Giacomo has happened. Mind That Bird has happened. But less often than that. So, looking at Lee, the one, gone. Thunder Snow coming in from Dubai. Fast and Accurate, probably my favorite pick to finish last. Untrapped, I feel he has no real foundation. Skipping to the 7, Gervin. He might be the one horse who I eliminated that I'm a little hesitant that I eliminated because he did have some good form before, but his Louisiana Derby, even though he won it, was really not that good of an effort. Let's move on. IRAP, Last Time Was the Time. Gunnevera. Castellanos never won the Derby. It might happen, but I don't think he's got enough foundation to do it. Sonneteer, the 12, not showing anything interesting to me. Taprit, another Pletcher horse that doesn't look like he's good for the Derby. Hardly did anything in the Bluegrass. And of course, get rid of the also eligibles because more than likely they're not even going to get into the race. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the favorite in this race. And the favorite is Classic Empire. The 14 horse, he drew a favorable post. I'm not going to say it's the best post, but it's pretty good. It's the outside of the main starting gate. So he does have a little room to his right, so he should get a clean break, and he should get what he wants. He's got a lot of talent. His Arkansas Derby was very good. I liked it. He's got the Fast Aspire speed figure in the race. His Breeders' Cup Juvenile was exceptional. And there have been many great Breeders' Cup juveniles over the years, but his was extremely impressive. I like Classic Empire. Obviously, I'm not picking him to win because he's the chalk, but that's the way I feel. Anyway, let's take a look at the other favorite, of course, more towards the inside, number 5 horse, Always Dreaming. The dynamic duo of Todd Pletcher and John Velasquez both have won one Derby. They did not win it together. Could they win their first Derby together? Absolutely they could. Do I think it's going to happen with Always Dreaming? I don't like the fact that he likes to be near the front. I think that might tire him out. I know that he's a good horse. He's lasted around 2 turns 3 times. He's 3 for 3. I don't have anything to like about him. The pace projector has him in the middle of the pack towards the rail, according to Timeform US. I do not agree with that at all. I think he's going to be much closer. His victories have all been very easy. He's only had 3 starts this year. Very easy workload for him. So, to be honest, I don't think he's going to finish last, but I don't think he's going to finish that good. I think he'll be somewhere between 5th and 10th. This horse. He's not for me. And I love John Velasquez. He's my favorite jockey. Pletcher seems to never get it done in the Derby, though, so that worries me. Pletcher's only won one Derby. That was back in 2010 with Super Saver. So now let's take a look at the probable third choice. Number 17, Irish War Cry, winner of the Wood Memorial, and he won it very well. The Fountain of Youth, He didn't run very well. He ran the Holy Bull well. He ran the Wood Memorial well. He's got a 101 buyer in that race. Only horse in the field with 2 triple-digit buyer speed figures. That's always great. Graham Motion knows when he has a good horse. And Rajiv Mirage, what a story that would be. And I'm not the biggest fan of stories. I think the best horse is the one who wins. But if you want to go with a sentimental story in sports this year, folks, just think of what Rajiv Mirage had to go through. And coming back and winning this winner. He won the Wood on this horse. What a story that would be. Okay, so the 4th choice, or maybe he might actually get up to the 3rd choice. A couple of posts inside of him is the 15 McCracken, and I hate to say it, but I don't like him that much. I thought his race last time, he really didn't have many excuses, and he didn't run us in the bluegrass. I felt like I was almost let down watching him. This was the Derby favorite from earlier in the year. I'm just not buying it. You gotta include him in your supers. I might put him 4th just because I love his level of talent, but I don't know if he's good enough to contend with the 20-horse field. I think he's going to get put back a little bit. He's going to do a lot of good things down the road, in my opinion, but I don't think Saturday's going to be the day. So, Irish Warcry and Classic Empire are the 2 favorites I'll be using. Classic Empire is obviously the regular favorite. He's the morning line favorite, shortest odds. And Irish Warcry is more than likely going to be the 3rd or 4th choice. Let's go out to Santa Anita for a little bit, and we'll talk about Gormley. I hated his Santa Anita Derby. It was a terrible performance, and he won. And the reason it was terrible is because he got a very favorable setup. The time was so insanely bad for Santa Anita, which should easily have the quickest times for a prep race. Track out there at Santa Anita's like lightning. 151 and change. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. So I am throwing him out. His odds are gonna be somewhere in the 15-20 to 1 range. If you like him, that's fine. That's fine if you like him. But I tell you what, once again, just not for me. If he's 15-20 to 1, great. You want to bet him? You have confidence in him? Then definitely bet him. But if he goes down between the 10-15 to 1 range, I don't think he's worth it, in my opinion. So we have moved on with him. Alright, so let's start talking about some of the other horses in this race who I feel like do have a chance. We'll go in number order here. Number 6, State of Honor. I'm telling you right now, this is my Belmont horse. I said it from the moment he walked up 2nd in the Florida Derby. I liked his stride. I liked the way he galloped through the wire. I liked the way he galloped out. State of Honor is my Belmont horse. As far as the Derby, I don't think he has enough speed. Mark Cassie's other horse, if you put other in quotation marks, Jose Lezcano gets the mount. His best buyer figures a 91. He's got a good sire into Honor and Serve, but nothing he's done makes me jump off the page for the Derby, but I do like him down the road. I might include him in the exotics. I think he has a great chance to finish 4th, 3rd or 4th, but definitely not enough speed to win. The 11 horse, Battle of Midway. He did all the work in a Santa Anita Derby. He won nice, couple of starts back. Got an easy trip, though. I think he's got a chance to do something. The only reason I didn't X him out is because I thought he had a little bit of a tough time last time, and he might be able to improve off that. 13, J-Boy's Echo. Now, this is the long shot that really caught my eye. His Gotham Stakes was extremely good. His last race in the Bluegrass got roughed up a little bit. I don't think it was a great performance. Obviously, he didn't win, but I thought he did have some excuse, and I think he can rebound on Saturday. If there's one long shot in the entire field I would put my money on, it's definitely him. The Gotham really caught my eye, and I bet against him that day. So he really caught my attention. Let's take a look at some of the other long shots. Number 19, Practical Joke. He is no practical joke. I don't know if he wants 1.25 miles, neither does Jay Privman, as I'm reading his analysis right now. His races, as Jay says, seems like he wants to make kind of that one run, which really doesn't work in the Derby. I don't know how fast the pace is going to be. It looks like it's going to be fast average, maybe around a 46.5 miles, something like that. I don't think he wants to go that far. I think he could do very good going a mile, 1.125 miles. Maybe is the farthest he wants to go. I don't really like him at 1.25 miles, but I think he can get a piece. He can fill out your exotics. He's going to be one of my live long shot horses that I'll put in there. And number 20, Patch, the horse with the coolest story of all. Horse who's blind in one eye, lost an eye for Todd Pletcher. Ironically, he was named Patch before that happened. Does not have good speed. The only thing, though, is I like his stride. I've seen a lot of potential in him. He worked great the other day. It's going to be a big challenge for him, though. Going up against 20 horse field. He had a decent performance last time out in Louisiana. And yeah, that's it. The also eligibles, I don't even think I'm going to talk about them. We got one for Pletcher and one for John Sheriffs. We'll let you figure that out on your own. They just barely got in and might not get in at all if there are no late scratches by 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, we have just analyzed the Kentucky Derby. So the question now, of course, is, as I say every year, where is my money going in this race? Well, it's going on Irish War Cry. Irish War Cry is my pick for the Kentucky Derby. I'm going to have a big long shot underneath him, or hopefully he's a big long shot, and Jay Boy's Echo right underneath him. Then I'm going to have Classic Empire third, and State of Honor fourth, out of respect for him, that I think he's going to improve to get even better down the road. All sorts of ideas. The one horse I didn't talk about, I believe I forgot to mention, was the number 8 horse, Hence. He will be part of my live long shots with Practical Joke. The Sunland Derby he was in has turned out to be a very productive race for the other horses. They've all improved since then. The 2nd to 5th place finishes behind them. He's got a 97 Beyer speed figure. Sunland Derby's been good lately. If you don't recall, Firing Line finished 2nd to an eventual Triple Crown winner, Breeders' Cup Classic winner, American Pharaoh, 2 years ago. So that race is definitely no joke. It does produce some good Derby horses. So he and Practical Joke will be part of my live long shots. Classic Empire, who I picked third, will be my horse to beat. Now, as far as my friend Joe Martin is concerned, he couldn't make it to do this video with me, but he likes McCracken, number 15 in this race, who I put off, so he likes him in the Derby. He thinks for sure that he will win at least one of the 3 Triple Crown races. So that will be interesting to see if that happens. I really don't think he's a Belmont horse. To be honest, I think his best chance is in the Preakness 2 weeks after the Derby. So guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You can catch the Derby live on NBC this Saturday. Coverage starts at 12 on NBCSN and 2:30 on NBC. Post time for the Derby, 6:46 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Pay your bills first before you bet, everybody, and enjoy the Derby.